Welcome to the 2026 Shriners Children's Hospital Clearwater Invitational. Another gorgeous morning here in Clearwater as we are starting day 3 of 4 with the best field that we've had in the history of this tournament. And look at that, we've got another clash of ranked teams, Oklahoma State and Duke. 6 upsets so far through the first 2 days. These schools have 5 of them. Duke, a pair of top 10 wins, beating Texas A&M and LSU. And on the other side for the Pokes, number 7 UCLA, number 8 A&M, and 17th ranked Georgia. They are looking for another one here today against the Blue Devils. The storyline so far here in Clearwater, Texas Tech remains undefeated. They play NC State today and then primetime tomorrow night. Dogs have been running wild. 40 runs in 4 games for Georgia. And Texas A&M, a surprise. The overall number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament last year is 0-2 with a couple of losses in their first 2 games here. We'll see them coming up later today as well. Beth Mowins alongside our Olympic gold medalist, Jessica Mendoza, Michelle Smith. Word of the day, Jess, offense for these 2 clubs.
It's been the word of the tournament. I mean, we've seen hits flying out of the park, and honestly, these 2 teams leading the way between Duke and Oklahoma State with our bats.
We can tell how excited you are, Jess, with all this offense, and there has been a lot of it. It's been great. These clubs have been swinging the bat really well. Oklahoma State, 23 runs on 32 hits. How about 11 of those for extras? Rosie Davis and Carly Godwin have just been outstanding for the Pokes, putting a lot of runs up on the board. For Oklahoma State, they need to keep that lead. They've had a little bit of struggles. Most of their wins all by just 1 run.
Yeah, really good at the top of that lineup. And you see the 3-1 record, a couple of wins against top 10s. Close games, some nail biters, and Rosie really, really good. The top 3 on the other side for the Duke Blue Devils, also strong, Jess, and they have been swinging a good bat for their offense.
Yeah, you look at the 1, 2, 3 in the order for Duke, and that's what's gotten thetheir offense going. I mean, between Amina Vega, Deanna Jennings, Tyrena Jones, just been hitting 510 runs, 6 RBIs, 6 free passes, and that's just in the first few innings when they get things going. Even a home run, get in there. Layla Lamar, the daughter of Marissa Young, getting in on the action with the home runs. The numbers have been outstanding. That's why they've gotten the wins, and they're putting it on you quick. As a team here in Clearwater, they're batting .350. That is 1 through 9. Everyone getting it done. The 21 hits, that's 10 plus in each game that they've played. And then the amount of runs that they've been able to score, those 13 runs, helping their pitchers out, especially early in the game.
Out there in the circle, Larissa Jaquez, the junior from Eagle Pass, Texas. She'll get the start for just the 2nd time this year. And Tia Warsop will test her right away, and the infield bunt single for Tia. Starting lineup for the Pokes starts with Warsop and then Davis and Godwin right there behind him. Rosie was 3 for 6 yesterday. And as a pair here in Clearwater, Godwin and Davis batting over 400 with 8 runs batted in. And another first pitch swinging. Nine RBIs on the season for Rosie. 7 of them have come here. She has a home run. And down in the count, 0-2.
I remember, too, the slow start. And that was one of the biggest things coming out. Opening weekend, Rosie Davis. Is that 2 for 19? 3 for 6 yesterday, as you mentioned, Beth. Quick turnaround. That batting average now starting to climb.
There's a base knock for Rosie, and quickly 2 aboard on a couple of hits. And a scoring opportunity right out of the gate.
Great job by Davis to get this through the 5-6 hole, which was pretty far open. And this pitch on the outer half, and you can see, look at where the defense is. This pitch is on the outer half. You're thinking up the middle. She gets around it and mashes it through a very large 5-6 hole because Jones, the shortstop, was playing up the middle.
Yeah, it was a great look, too, as you saw her kind of cheating, stepping towards second base.
So now a chance for Godwin. Carly, their best hitter thus far, 444 with a home run, 5 runs batted in. Against Hawkes, her 4th appearance of the season, just over 9 innings of work. Their ace, Cassidy Curd, picked up a win yesterday for the Blue Devils. So head coach Marissa Young feeling out how deep they can go. Mallory Wheeler has also garnered a couple of starts early on. One for 4 here in Clearwater with a runner in scoring position for Godwin thus far. She's batting over 500 in their 4 games here in the tournament. Kenny Gajewski, the Pokes head coach, really challenged his upperclassmen and his returnees last week. They were relying a lot on their freshmen. As you see him, I believe, sending info to his offense. That's a new communication device this year for head coaches. I don't think he was texting somebody.
He's texting his buddies.
Checking
It's
in
like,
on-
hey, am I on TV right now?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure, how do I look?
Oh, wait, he texted us. New dad again for the 4th time. He and his wife Rachel welcomed a daughter Poppy last fall. But yeah, he challenged the upperclassmen to get some things done after a slow start last week, and they have responded well. And here's another one of them, Claire Tim. After the Godwin walk to load the bases, one career grand slam for Claire. Looking for a clutch hit. She has stranded 9 base runners so far in the tournament with her at-bats.
And Vega, the second baseman, way in. Well, and Vega, look at this is a second base position. She is way in. She normally would be back where the umpire is at, but pulled well in, trying to have an opportunity to get an out at the plate. Jones as well, the shortstop, pulled in.
Tim right at Vega and thought about home and didn't go there. And ends up getting the out at first base with plenty of time to come home.
Yeah, Beth, and she's saying, sorry, I think this just surprised her. It's hit right out. This is the positioning you want. Look, they would have easily had a potential double play. Vega to Rodriguez at home at the dish back to Stanford at first, but I think she's just off guard at that ball. Hit at her. I mean, she knew it. That is a mental miscue, but able to pick up an out.
So with 1 out, 2 more in scoring position for Amanda Hassler. 5 RBI so far in the tournament. And a 1-0 lead for Oklahoma State. Almost looked too like she was thinking about trying to tag the base runner coming by her.
Well, she had a lot
And
of
just-
options.
yeah.
And sometimes that's the hardest part of second base, is that you do have a lot of options and you do have a lot of bases to cover.
But the whole reason you're that close on the dirt, as you were explaining, is to get that runner up
To go home.
Well, because you're giving up hits. Anything hit to her left and right is going to get through. And they got what they wanted. This is a great look right to her. Watch her come up and go look first. I don't even think she's looking at the runner.
No.
She literally was looking to go to first base instead of coming up. And that's where before the ball is hit, you got to tell yourself all the time, I'm going home. Ball hit to me, I'm going home. Over and over and over again.
And you know, we learn that when we're little, right? 7, 8, 9 years old. Tell yourself what you're doing if the ball's hit to you, right? And you need to continue to do that, no matter if you're collegiate level, professional level, Olympic level, because there's just a lot of traffic.
See if they can wiggle out of further damage here. The 2-2 pitch to Hassler. And finds the gap out in right center, and a pair will score. 2-run double for Amanda, and it's 3-zip Pokes.
Tell you what, we've seen a theme here in Clearwater, and that has been opposite field hitting. A great job here from Amanda Hassler. Look where this pitch is located. Yes, it's elevated, but it is corner. I mean, that is on the corner. Amanda Hassler does a perfect job. It's like it's on a tee, outside part of the plate. That's exactly what you want. Split the gap out into right center field.
Yeah, it's been impressive at this tournament, Jess. The number of hitters getting a little love from Ruby Malin in the dugout, liking what she's seeing. It's been impressive, the amount of hitters that are letting the ball travel and not trying to get around it, take it the opposite way. And I mentioned this yesterday. As a pitcher, it's very hard to hide, right? Sometimes you go to the outer half because you're trying to get people around the ball. When hitters are staying inside out, it is so difficult to pitch around them.
Let's check out the side swing here.
Look how deep this ball gets. And you're right, Smitty. That is hard. That is hard to do, to let that ball travel. You practice it all the time, but you get into a game, that is serious patience. A beautiful job of hitting from Hassler.
So the top of the order delivers again. All three score. Warsop, Davis, Godwin. Already 3 hits in the inning. There's already bullpen activity for Duke. And here's J.L. Austin, the freshman from Oklahoma. Top 10 recruit for the Cowgirls.
Kenny Gajewski had a lot of praise. Was excited for her to show up on campus.
She had a home run opening weekend. 2 of them, a grand slam opening weekend in her debut. And that bounces away from the first baseman, Stafford, who recovers quickly. So let's take a look at this again, because it's new this year with the orange safety base.
And once it gets to that side, yes, they switch basically places, which is hard on the runner because she's going all the way to the orange bag and then has to change her direction, go to the white bag.
Yeah, if the ball's in fair territory, you run to the orange bag, the first baseman gets the white bag.
But once it went into foul territory, it switches. And the whole idea is obviously to separate the bags from the fielder and the runner.
Yeah, because in the olden days, last year, that was a collision waiting to happen. So the double first base is a nice game changer, safety-wise, for softball.
Well, we've needed it at the collegiate game. We've played it in the Olympics international game
A long time.
for a very long time.
Two down. Here's Audrey Schneidmiller trying to pick up that runner at third base. Damage early for OK State. Getting to Larissa Hawkes. Schneidmiller doesn't chase the rise. Misses away, full count. Audrey hit a home run yesterday. And their win over Texas A&M, and a punch out called strike 3 on the inside corner.
Theme here at the beach has definitely been let the ball travel, find the gap, and Amanda Hassler to break this thing open. 2 runs on this beautiful double. Checking this outside pitch. Right center field, pokes up, 3-zip here in the first.
That was the beautiful Don Cesar down the beach. Here's the starting lineup for the Duke Blue Devils. And we've talked about their top 3 as well. Vega and Jones so far, 6 runs batted in with a .462 average. Beat number 8 Texas A&M yesterday, and then beat 10th ranked LSU yesterday as they debuted here in Clearwater. Little short game for the Blue Devils as well. And out at first is Jennings, who did not appear to be running towards the orange base. walking gingerly back to the dugout.
Jennings with a lot of speed, and Davis knows this, who is playing third base this year after being at second for Oklahoma State the last 2 years, and you can see how quick this develops. And this is where Jennings is way inside the line. She's supposed to be in the runner's lane.
Hot smash down the line and a base hit for Vega. And she's going to go ahead and take second.
Wow.
Tim a little slow getting the ball back in, so Amina gets herself into scoring position.
This is just softball smarts and honestly speed. You got to have a little bit of talent to be able to do this, but she almost kind of lures her into this because Amina Vega kind of slowly rounds first. Hard hit ball down the line because it ricochets, but if you watch the turn of Vega, it's kind of a slow turn at first, stutter steps, and then as soon as she sees it clear Tim, sort of takes her time, bobbles it. How quickly she got to second.
Yeah, it's a single and an E9 and a chance for Duke to strike right back. Tyrena Jones.
That's one thing Coach Young talked about. They were going to be aggressive, picking that extra 60 feet up. The littlest bobble, the littlest hesitation, they're going to go get him.
Fouls that off from Riley Crandall, who will get the start here today, the senior from Artesia, New Mexico. Coming in 3-0 in her 5 appearances this year. That's her 3rd start.
Crandall's got some good movement, really good spin speed, so she really knows how to get that ball moving in different directions. She's not going to blow it past you. She's going to try to dance it past you.
20 innings of work this year, second to Ruby Malin, who's thrown 28 innings. Their ace returning. Kenny Gajewski talked about needing the depth with his pitching staff, and Crandall was key to that. Struggled a bit last week, totally different here in Clearwater this week. Well struck ball out into left center, and that one will reach the base of the wall, and the Duke Blue Devils are on the board. Both offenses, both tops of the order showing up.
Well, this is a 1-2 pitch. It's a little bit too close. And you can see on the outer half, it's a curveball that just doesn't get away, and you can see the way that Jones is just going to get around it. Good pop to get it into the gap.
She hit that off the end of the bat,
yes.
too, just how strong Tyrena Jones is. It wasn't a bad pitch moving away from the barrel, but muscled that out to the wall.
And now Jess Oakland an opportunity to drive in a run. Making her Duke debut here this week. Senior transfer from San Jose after a couple of years at Minnesota, and then was out last season, injured in the preseason, and now good to go and quickly inserted into the lineup for the Blue Devils.
Her injury happened a month ago. She had that hand injury and was not able to play opening weekend. That's why it was so cool to see her get that RBI single, her first at bat of the season.
Yeah. Former Big Ten Player of the Year. Oh, and there's Ruby Malin heading out to the state bullpen. This is their last game here, so they can empty the tank. All hands on deck.
Yeah, they've had all hands on deck in all their games because they have been tight. But a lot of back and forth, a lot of pressure situations.
1-2 pitch here in the dirt, blocked by Schneidmiller.
That's a great block, too. Off-speed pitch, getting around it. Seen some good catching here in Clearwater early, especially because the pitchers have been more wild early in the season.
Oh, there's our first softball that came flying over from the Field 9 next door.
Georgia must be over there.
It's got to really, it's got to be Georgia. Or LSU.
Those SEC schools. Such nostalgia every time a ball comes. We've had like 6 come flying over here from the other fields, all those travel ball days. Oh, gosh, yeah.
Her younger days.
Just street ball, playing ball when you're a kid.
That's the LSU UCF game going on next door. And there's a walk to Oakland. And that'll bring up Gabriella Shattuck.
Yeah, has this been Oklahoma State in a nutshell, Smitty?
Yeah.
Putting runs up on the board early, but then struggling to kind of keep the other team from responding.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's tough to pitch at this tournament. It's early in the year, the bats are hot, and a lot of teams ready to go. So we've seen a lot of pitching staffs really, really challenged.
This is her first RBI opportunity of the tournament. Freshman from New Jersey, was 2 for 12 last week. And that's out into shallow left, and coming on to make the catch is Warsop for the second out of the inning.
Tia Warsop, such a great read on this, being able to understand where she starts, where she ends up, and you see where she's at, and then this ball just comes down, dying in front of her. But it's the read off the bat. She reads it as a line drive in, and because she's able to do that, travels a long way to come in diving. Great diving catch.
Swing and a miss here from Jayla Stafford. Three runs in the top half of the inning for Oklahoma State. Duke responding with one and looking for more. These are the kind of games you want the win to put on your resume. You want the head-to-head for the, you know, it's never too early to start thinking about what the selection committee might be thinking about. Because these are all clubs that want to be a top 16, would love to be a top 8 come tournament time. Something new this year. Really excited that the committee will now seed the top 32 teams, not just the top 16.
Yeah, and definitely needed that. In fact, last year, Kenny Gajewski was a big proponent. He spoke out against it because, or for it, yeah, wanting it, because they were sent to Arkansas, and he felt like, hey, we're in the top 32. We're being sent to Arkansas. They felt like that was a tough draw for them. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out this year.
It may take some of the geography out of where you go to play, which is always a good thing. And, and it's always a part of women's bracketing, not necessarily seeding, but bracketing and where you go in all the women's sports.
And the reason for that is
cash.
The cost of it.
Yeah.
More flights.
Two with 2 outs to Stafford. Fouls off another one.
Heck of a battle.
Yeah.
Jayla Stafford. That was the off speed we've seen in, out, up, down. Riley Crandall's going, okay, how do I get you out?
8th pitch of the at-bat coming. Full count with 2 outs. Runners will be going.
This has been a big part of the Blue Devils game too, is the walks. They've really been able to work themselves back into counts, get base runners on the free pass.
This went from a 1-2 count to a 3-2 count. Waits on it. Nice grab at short by Audrey Jones. The flip to her sister Jaden for the final out. It's a 3-1 game into the second.
Done a great job of scoring, but they've given up 21 earned runs in the 19 innings they've pitched here. And for Duke, it's score in all ways. 23 hits. They've done that here. They've had the long ball. They've hit the ball in the gap. We saw that in the first inning. And I like the way that Duke responded. Oklahoma State puts a 3 spot up. They respond, chipping away. So both these clubs, distinct differences that they have to work on, but it's really been the story of both of their stories here in Clearwater.
51 pitches for the 2 pitchers in that first inning. 7 base runners for the 2 clubs. And the 4 runs up on the board.
Jaden Jones up right now, the transfer sophomore. Her sister Aubrey Jones on deck. So back-to-back, not only the middle, second base and shortstop. Hitting 8-9 in the lineup together. And that was a big reason why Jaden wanted to come back or come to Stillwater. See both of them in that shot. Mom and Dad have got to be pumped.
Yes.
Don't have to follow them all over the country, go to the same spot.
Second set of twins. The first set of twins, or excuse me, sisters, were Sharon Sedano and Linda Sedano, who were from San Diego, California.
Yes. Yeah, so Aubrey came in with the freshman class this year. Jaden started out at Virginia Tech and then decided to come to Stillwater out of Gaylord, Michigan. Dawn and Greg, mom and dad. And coming on to make the basket catch is Jess Oakland, one down.
Is that your sound effect for making the basket
yes.
catch? Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like when you hit it off the belly like that.
One Jones down. Here's Aubrey coming up.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Aubrey Jones.
You know, we're always exploring, inventing new things to add to our softball coverage. So now the sound effects. You know, we're not quite as good as the ump cam. I think we would all agree.
The caps, the umpire cap
the
cams.
umpire
Oh my
cap
gosh.
cams are fabulous.
They are money.
Addition.
Just great looks on that
There it
close
is.
play at first base.
Yeah.
I mean, we see what they see.
Yeah.
There we go.
You feel like you're in the play.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're going to see them
It's amazing.
later in the season.
Yeah,
Maybe
so.
at SEC tournament, Big 12, ACC tournament, maybe at the World Series.
I think we're lobbying for it. Is that what we're doing?
I believe that
That's
would be what that
this
was,
is
just
called.
was.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a big weekend for women's softball and women's basketball. Got that huge LSU South Carolina game tonight, a double header of women's basketball tomorrow afternoon on ABC, and then our double header of softball tomorrow night on ESPN.
It's Valentine's Day.
I was going to say,
weekend.
it's how you want to spend it.
Right.
This is where the romance is, people.
That's right.
Watch women's sports.
2-2 is the count to Jones. Swing and a miss out of the zone, 2 down. First strikeout for Jaquez.
Jaquez is going to go upstairs. This ball out of the zone. She just expands it. And Aubrey Jones is going to go fishing for this. And sometimes that's that freshman. You haven't seen a lot of really good movement, late sharp, and you just expand your own zone.
It's not your high school rise ball, folks.
And I didn't mean to sell her short. She's got 2 strikeouts, 2 of the last 3, and now she's got to deal again with the top of the order. Worsup, Davis, and Godwin all reached and all scored last inning. T with a bunt single to lead off the game earlier. Swinging away here.
She chokes up on the bat. Got a ton of speed, so her game is all about placement. She can find the gap. She gets some extra base hits, but definitely she chokes up so she can have that bat control.
No gloves.
I love it.
Rips one down to first, knocked down, and beating her to the bag is Stafford. A 1-2-3 inning. The ump cam much better than my sound effect. Another look at that hot shot, and Stafford able to knock it down and touch it up.
Be combined.
Atlantic Coast Conference. No stranger to sending teams to the World Series. They got 5 teams ranked in the preseason. Beecham, Harp, and Torres, the returning All-Americans for the frontrunners. Once again, the Seminoles of Florida State. But Duke looking for a second title in the last 3 seasons. They were at the World Series 2 years ago. And the ACC hungry to get back. They missed out on getting a team there last season. Duke opens up the year number 5. 12 returners and 10 newcomers. Cassidy Curd, their ace, and Amina Vega, their top hitter, are back. And here is the bottom of the order, one down.
Pretty cool moment. Yesterday's game, we were talking about the offensive production for Duke, but how about Marissa Young's daughter, who transferred in from Florida? She's up to bat right now, Layla Lamar. Yesterday, was able to send one out, get her first home run of the season for Mama and this Duke Blue Devils team. Nice opposite field shot. We've been talking about it all tournament long, the opposite field power, but Layla Lamar, special moment when she came in. I talked to Marissa pregame, and she was like, it was one of the most emotional moments that I've had to see my daughter in this uniform coaching her hit that home run.
So awesome.
Looking on right now from the Duke dugout. And there's a base rip. Sends that one the opposite way. She's got her other daughter here as well, playing for UCLA. Was able to watch her yesterday.
Yeah, she went and watched Jolina because they were playing Oklahoma State. So she was scouting, Marissa Young was scouting Oklahoma State. Had Layla by her side watching the younger sis and her other daughter, but pretty special. But she did talk about how hard it is.
Challenge, yeah.
You parents at home can relate to this, to coach your kid. Imagine in college.
Another well-struck ball. Layla's gonna head for third, and they're gonna wave her in. She will score all the way from first base on the Jada Baker RBI double.
This is a pitch, it's a little bit elevated and off speed, and Baker's just able to get around it and just, you see it's a little bit off speed, and it's just dropping back into the zone, and Warsop, it eats her up, Jess.
Yeah, this is a tough play for Tia Warsop. And Layla Lamar, look at her just get on. Come all the way around from first base to score. And a ball that, honestly, Tia Warsop's just got to get bigger on.
Yes.
Yep.
She looked more like a third baseman there, letting it get by her. Said she's got to get big, let it bounce off her body.
And then
Keep
the
it in
bobble by the shortstop Jones, so they really had no play at home. And now the Blue Devils have the tying run at second base and the go-ahead coming up. And it's the top of their order. Three-two ball game here in the bottom of the second. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment.
Short leash! Short leash! I'm down!
So Riley Crandall does not get through the second inning. She is relieved. And Ruby Malin will come on now for Oklahoma State, trying to end the rally. One and 0 here. 12 innings of work in 3 different games. And she is the returning ace for the Cowgirls.
A lot of energy in the circle, and Ruby's best known for her drop ball. She's explosive in the lower half of the zone with the velocity up in the high 60s, low 70s. She's gotten more confidence this year with her rise ball. She throws a 4-seam rise ball that she worked on very hard this last summer, and she's also been working on a changeup that she's wants to use more this season. Doesn't show up a lot, but the more she throws, the more confidence she gets. I really think she needs to mix speeds. She's done a good job of trying to limit free passes, keep the pitches in the zone. But it's always that fine line between getting the ball in the corner and leaving it off the white of the plate.
Second team All-American, 20-game winner last year. And here's Deanna Jennings, the top of the order. Deanna grounded to third her first time up.
Deanna Jennings is such a force in this lineup because she can do so many different things. You got to be careful with that drop because Deanna Jennings will eat that up all day, use it with her short game, use the ground and her speed. Keep anything up, she'll hit it off the wall.
Got first and third pulled way in. That was way up and out. 2-0. Looking for her first RBI of the tournament. And that hits her. Looked like she was trying to lift her arm and the bat out of the way here, or is that?
She definitely ended up out of the batter's box.
Yeah.
Hits off, thank goodness. The protection on her elbow, which is why it was so loud. That's actually what scared me.
Yeah.
The sound.
So now the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard.
The second baseman, Amina Vega.
Got other games going on too in Clearwater this morning. As Amina Vega comes to the plate, singled and scored in the first.
She took second, used her wheels on an error with a right fielder.
She is 6 for 9 here through the first 2 games. And that is going to drop over the head of the shortstop, Jones. The throw into third, not in time, and the bases are loaded for Duke. All right, we're going to keep an eye on this one, as well as go to the split screen for you, the double box, because live on ACC Network right now, Sydney Lessentine is going for the first perfect game at Texas A&M in 2 decades. Right now, it's a run rule situation against NC State in the bottom of the 6th.
Nice changeup there, too. Get her 0-2.
Passing way out in front of that.
So going for the perfect game on the right side of your screen for Texas A&M, while Duke on the left has the bases loaded against All-American Ruby Malin of Oklahoma State. And there is a deep blast way back into the trees. Home run, grand slam, Blue Devils. Amina Vega sends it out. Or check that, Ty Jones able to knock it out of the yard.
Tyrena Jones, we've talked about it coming into this game. She gets that rise ball up in the zone, and oh my goodness, goes to meet this thing. Being able to not just get on plane, but a little bit underneath, no doubt about it, crunches this over. Our camera's out in left field. But 4 more on the board for the Duke Blue Devils. And the top 3 in this order just keep on rolling.
She has driven in 5 of the 6 runs. And the grand slam for Tyrena Jones. Grad student out of Lake Worth, Florida, after 4 years at Purdue, joining the Blue Devils. Didn't play last year with an injury.
Yeah, she's just got all of that, got underneath that rise ball. And we talk about how do you hit the rise, either lay off it, you try to get on top of it, or you get under it and elevate it.
First career grand slam. So our game going on the left side of your screen. There's a base hit for Duke. Jess Oakland with a single. And Sydney Lessentine team trying to get the perfect game with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th against NC State. And that will end it. Base hit for the Wolfpack. 2 outs away from the perfecto, and it's broken up.
Still a good sign for Sydney Lessentine, just a sophomore. Expecting a lot of things with the departure of Emily Kennedy for Texas A&M. Don't get the perfect game, but still a heck of a game that she's thrown over against NC State.
So back to the left side of your screen, where the Duke Blue Devils have scored 5 runs here in the 2nd inning. And the last 5 have all reached base against 2 different pitchers.
This is a very confident Duke offense. Hit the ball very well yesterday.
Well, and think about it too. I mean, it started with the bottom of this order, Layla Lamar, getting things going and just continuing the hit parade, even with Ruby Malin, the All-American, coming into this game. And that's something that Oklahoma State has got to continue to work on. They've gotten some huge wins here, but if you look at the runs they've given up, I mean, thank goodness their offense has scored so much. But it's been those middle to late innings making the games a lot closer.
Oakland skies that one, or excuse me, Shattuck skies that one. second out of the inning.
The first baseman, Jayla Stafford.
So here comes Stafford. She is the 9th to the plate this inning. Grounded to short her first time up. We were expecting fireworks, and we have not been disappointed with these two potent offenses. Tyrena Jones with a grand slam, the difference right now for Duke. Wow, look at that. Through 2.5 games.
28 hits, the batting average, it's relentless. I mean, they're constantly putting pressure on the pitching staffs, the defense.
It's our 3rd grand slam of the tournament here in Clearwater. Kennedy Powell of A&M, Lily Livingston of NC State, the other salami mashers. Slow roller to second. Jaden Jones is there, and that'll do it. But 9 to the plate, and 5 touch the plate. 6-3 Duke.
Tyrena Jones, 4th home run, count 'em, of the season. This one, the biggest one of all. Grand slam scoring 4 to put Duke up. Now 6-3, heading to the top of 3.
Well, the good and the bad for Oklahoma State. They've been so good over the years that they've been to the World Series 12 times, but they are atop that list that you don't want to be on, and that's the most trips to OKC without a title. Along with Tennessee and Nebraska, all 3, ironically, are here in Clearwater this week. 5 of the last 6 years for the Pokes at the World Series, twice to the semis. And that Texas game that you just saw, what was it? They were like just outs away from, innings away from moving on to the finals.
Yeah, great tradition started by Sandy Fisher, who was the coach there for a very long time.
That was your coach, right?
That was my coach, yeah.
You started the jinx, though, right?
This could be stated that way, yes. Went there my senior year, ranked #1, and ended up coming a little bit short. Came in 3rd.
But you guys were the ones. You were #1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yes, ranked #1.
Yep.
Don't ask me what we were seated. I don't remember, but.
Rosie Davis with the ground out. It's 2-3-4 coming up. Here's Carly Godwin, walked and scored in the 1st. Well, what a Saturday morning already. An attempt at a perfect game for Texas A&M. A grand slam here from Duke.
Can't find a cloud. Whew. No matter where you're looking in the sky right now.
That's right.
Fouled out of play. Sydney Lessentine, by the way, that perfect game you just saw it got broken up, and then NC State actually scored a couple of runs.
That's what NC
So
State,
that's still
man.
going on.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on them. They fight.
They're battling.
They lost 16-0 their first game here, and then came back and won the next one 13-7. Scrappy for Lindsay Leftwich.
That's right.
Longtime LSU assistant trying to build that program up.
Well, that's one thing. When you play in a tournament like this, you have to have a short memory. You've got to forget what you just did and move on to the next game, because typically your games are stacked.
You know, that's the thing. You got to have a short memory in this. Oh, wait.
Wait, what was that?
And there's a walk for Godwin with 1 out. Oh, tonight at 8 Eastern on ABC and the ESPN app. All eyes on the Maravich Center in Baton Rouge. Number 3 LSU, number 3 South Carolina, number 6 LSU. Prime time Saturday night ABC. College game day is there. Gets underway at 8 Eastern. Huge night for women's hoops. And there's a blast right back up the middle for Claire Tim. And the Pokes will bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, Claire Tim has been swinging the bat really, really well this year, letting that ball travel, just barrels this up right back up the middle. Pitch on the outer half that she gets around, slams it right back.
Yes.
Past Hawkes and right past the umpire.
Nice. Get out of the way.
That's right. Ah, I love the look.
That's Scott Mayer out there. Alex Leap behind the plate. Destiny Robinson at third. And here comes Amanda Hassler, who had the 2-run double her first time up. Looking to strike again. Missed it inside.
Remember, Hassler had that double on a pitch that was really perfectly placed on the outside corner. So right now, Hawkes is trying to come in.
Poke Penn's been busy. That's Presley Downing out there now.
Has all the feels of being a very big offensive game. Oklahoma State is not done yet. So I think the timeout right now from Marissa Young. Remember, she was a two-way player at Michigan, not just a pitcher, but swung the bat really well. The pitching coach for this Blue Devil team, as long as being the head coach, but I think right now just kind of recognizing situation. Runners at first and second, and trying to hit your spots.
Definitely been a theme here, and I think throughout the years that the hitters tend to be a little bit ahead of the pitchers this time of year. Even the aces haven't all had smooth sailing here.
Well, it's easier to simulate hitting, like game hitting with machines and,
the technology now.
Yeah, and you have other pitchers, pitching coaches that sometimes will throw BP.
Yep.
But for pitchers, it's really difficult to emulate that game feeling. It's just tough to do in the bullpen, that extra adrenaline.
Hassler rips one deep. Back it goes, off the wall and left. That'll get at least one in. And the third RBI for Hassler in her 2 at-bats. And here comes Oklahoma State.
Oh, and this is where Hassler, remember we talked about her letting the ball travel deep. Well, what this allows you to do is now on a changeup. This is left up in the zone hanging. This is an off-speed pitch, but watch her wait. That front foot waits to get down into the stride so she can stay on her back leg, have the power, drive this off the wall. Keeps it in the yard barely. But a beautiful job, 2 at-bats for Hassler, opposite field away, and then the changeup pulled to left.
8 RBI now in the tournament for Amanda. And we've got a pitching change for the Duke Blue Devils in a 6-4 game. 2 on with 1 out. And a big chance here for the Pokes to try and tie it up or take the lead with their number 6 hitter, J.L. Austin, the freshman from Owasso, Oklahoma. Big debut weekend last weekend. Has a steal of home here on a double steal in one of their earlier games. As Ava Bradshaw will take over. One appearance, 5 innings of work, 5 hits, 4 earned runs.
Bradshaw, she's going to be a lot of east and west, so that's curveball, screwball, that curve at about 46% of the time. She likes to really move that ball, expand the zone. She will mix in a rise up in the zone about 16% of the time, about a drop ball 11% of the time, but it's mostly that curve that she likes to run on the corners. Try to expand that zone.
Bradshaw torn her ACL twice. So Marissa Young talked a lot about her spending time next to her, kind of watching the game, learning the game, charting the game, how much it's helped her, giving her that expertise through the injuries she's had to work through.
So a walk, a single, and then the RBI double for Hassler gets a run in. 2 on base for Austin. As Bradshaw gets the right armband. Or in this case, it looks like the communication watch device.
Exactly what it's called. Communication watch device. CWD.
Yes. Not to get too deep into the weeds, but
It's pretty cool, the tech, though, it is in the game now. Makes the game go quicker.
Yeah, pace of play.
I've noticed too, watching Kenny Gajewski in the third base coach's box, he doesn't really use the device there you see with the older players, but he does with his younger guys.
He's texting them all kinds of stuff, which is, it's not an actual text. It's more of a message of the sign.
Yep.
Interpreted bunt, slap, take. Instead of giving signs. But I'm sure he wished he could be like, breathe, calm down.
Yes. 3-0.
Draws the walk to load the bases. We were curious as to, Smitty, whether or not the coaches in the first or third base boxes would be able to pick a pitch and relay that quickly enough to the batter. Most of the coaches we talked to, though, didn't think there'd be enough time for that.
No, and you don't want your batter, looking for something.
Buzzing as she's swinging.
Exactly. And sometimes you don't want to be thinking anyway. You want to be reacting.
Because if you're thinking,
you're stinking. It's true.
Bases loaded here for Schneidmiller, who struck out looking in the third. And Ava Bradshaw struggling to find the zone. 6 straight balls.
Yeah, she's, you can tell, digging deep, trying to keep those emotions, deep breaths after the pitch.
They've already got Mallory Wheeler up in the bullpen as she finally gets the strike there. Redshirt freshman from Michigan. Yep, and there's Wheeler. 2-2.
Tell you what, pitchers are getting some innings. Playing 2 games a day, back-to-back days.
And not just in the game, a lot in the pen, too.
Yeah.
That's where you have to realize how quickly you can warm up.
Got her to reach for that rise. The infield pop-up, and nobody gets to advance. 2 down. Good response there from Ava.
Great response. Just starting out 2-0 to her. She comes back, gets a nice rise ball in the inner half, induces the infield pop-up. And now her defense will be able to move back into regular position.
Here's Jaden Jones. Slow roller to first. Bobbled. And safe at first will be Jones. And a big break for Oklahoma State. Gets a couple in. Tim and Hassler score to tie it up.
And this is just a tough play defensively. You make a bobble that you cannot panic, and because this Stafford does a little bit. You should never toss to Vega. Vega needs to be telling her, take it on your own, take it on your own, dive to the bag, just something. And you can just see the bobble and then the toss. Vega's not expecting it.
That is 2 big miscues by the right side of the infield for Duke today, resulting in 3 of the 6 runs for Oklahoma State. And now looking for the lead, here's Jaden's sister, Aubrey. Swing and a miss there, 1-2. Called strike 3. So they leave a couple stranded, but they get 2 in on the error to tie it up at 6-all. One season and one reason to come back to win a national championship. Of course, Jordy's got a couple at Oklahoma. Reese Atwood picked one up last year. And what a senior class it is. Kennedy's here, Pickens is here. Ruby Malin's another one, a senior trying to bring it home for the Pokes. And she will return to the circle after that shaky second inning for Oklahoma State. They gave up 5, but have come back to tie it up. And there is the resume for Ruby.
Scott High School, Omaha, Nebraska. I mean, how much this game has spread out. The fact that she goes from Omaha to Seattle, Washington, now to Stillwater, Oklahoma. The course of her career. One of the best senior classes we have ever seen, though. The list of players that was shown on there. You add in Ruby Malin's, shoot, half this Duke team. Seniors that they've got. The draft for the AUSL is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Carolina Blaze have the #1 pick. And that'll be played at Duke's Stadium. Jayla Wright, their assistant coach, will be pitching for them. Anna Gold, one of the greats.
Challenge for Ruby here is to shut down the Blue Devil offense. They have scored runs in 19 of 25 innings here, including the first 2 today.
Yeah, they have been relentless. 7 hits in each game, 4 home runs. But really, to me, the one that stands out is 10 of 16 innings.
Here,
just can get it done.
The right fielder, Layla Clemar.
Here's Layla Lamar. Fouls off the first pitch. Singled and scored. Got the rally started in that 5-run second. Out of Cary, North Carolina.
Very strong, going the opposite way. In fact, her home run yesterday was going oppo.
Skies that one out to left center, and that's J.L. Austin coming over to make the catch. 1 down. What an ABC doubleheader we've got for you of women's college hoops tomorrow afternoon. Carolina Duke at 1 o'clock, and then Texas Tennessee at 3. Big Sunday afternoon of basketball on ABC, and then our softball doubleheader on ESPN Sunday night. Nebraska, Texas Tech, Florida State, Tennessee. Our Sunday night showcase. Cannot wait. Will we see Jordy? Will we see Nigerie? Will we see Pickens?
Yes.
Who's going to go for Florida State?
Yes to all.
Yes. Actually, Smitty and I are writing the lineup, so we've already written them in.
Have you sent them to the coaches?
Yeah,
Are they
we
aware?
did.
We
They
told
are
them,
aware.
yeah.
Okay, good. They are aware.
This is what's happening. How about Jada Baker in this 9-hole? 3 for 3 runners on base. Big part of that big second inning for them. Big double, her last at bat. It's going to be a fun game. We're only in the 3rd.
Oh my gosh.
Got 12 runs scored between these two teams.
This could take us right up to the Sunday night showcase, the way this one's going.
If it's all offense, I'm in.
Each year we talk about it. It's always hard to be in the circle here in Clearwater. There's just a lot of energy, and the ball travels well here. So you've got to be resilient. You've got to understand that you're probably going to give some runs up.
Also pad your stats going into the season for the batters. A lot of these SEC schools that you know conferences around the corner, and it's not going to be as much fun.
2-2 to Baker. Chops that to short. Jones to Jones for one. Over to first. Got her. Double play for the Jones sisters up the middle.
Great job by Audra Jones, the freshman, to get this ball going up the middle. Tosses it over to Jaden, her sister, and over to Godwin for the double play to get out of it here for the Pokes.
Clearwater Invitational. Great day at the beach and at the ballpark. We got a fun one, 6-6, OK State and Duke. Joined now by Kenny Gajewski.
Oh, Kenny, it's been a big difference last weekend to this weekend, and I give it to you going up against so many top-ranked teams. What was the difference between last weekend and this weekend for you guys?
You know, I think it's just getting these young guys their feet wet. You know, we obviously our big boppers didn't go so hot the first week. I think they came in to the year so ready that they were just too amped, and good day of practice and then jumping right back out here against the best teams at the best place. They're right on it. So it's been fun, you know, to kind of watch them all grow.
And Coach, you know, you've been here every year at the Clearwater Invitational, and you always know it's a battle. It's hard on the pitchers and the defense. What do you tell your team coming into this tournament to get them prepared mentally for it?
The first thing we talked through, because if you looked at our schedule and you see the 5 teams we're going up against, thanks to you guys. But I will say we didn't say no to anyone. The big thing is just play the first game. Don't worry about who's next. Let's just play our best in the first game, and we did that, and we've just taken it day to day or game to game, and just proud of them. I mean, they're fighting, and it hasn't been perfect, but we're fighting here where the score's close, playing against another great team, and we're just staying in the moment here. That's the number one thing for us, is just stay where our feet are.
Thank you so much, Kenny. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Well, the Pokes have been hitting it around the yard a little bit here in Clearwater. 29 runs, 4 home runs, a 6th spot on the board here through the first 3 innings today.
And I believe Oklahoma State's the only team here that is playing every game against a ranked team.
Oh, yeah.
So all 5 games. And, you know, it was a challenge, because I remember talking with him for the season. He was like, thank you.
I'm
like,
sure he called you.
hey. I was like, you didn't say no, but here it was offered. But that's Kenny Gajewski. He will never back away from a challenge. He wants his kids to be in a battle day in and day out, every pitch of every game he plays.
And knowing he's got younger players to do that, too.
Yeah.
Ground ball to short. Jones takes care of Warsop in the top of the order here for Oklahoma State. 1 down. Yeah, so they beat 17th ranked Georgia, lost to 10th ranked LSU. And then what a day it was yesterday. A win over A&M, 8th ranked in the country, extra innings, a walk-off against 7th ranked UCLA.
Wow.
And nail biters all around so far, and looks like they're going to be chewing on them again here.
Yeah, it's tight. It keeps you engaged, right? Every pitch. And you know, we talk about a lot of times how coaches have a hard time keeping their kids engaged every single pitch.
And it's the teams that we usually see at the Women's College World Series play these kinds of schedules because they recruit players that want these kinds of challenges, like Oklahoma State and Duke. I want to be in this environment.
That's why you play. Come on. Bring opponents in the sunshine in February. Let's go.
That's right. And like Coach said, it's not going to be perfect. It wasn't perfect.
Nope.
So deal with it. Understand this is a game of failure at times.
Yes. You have to be willing to fall down, and then you can get back up. And this is why they're here. On average, last year was the outlier, but on average, 3 or 4 teams from Clearwater starting out the year end up in Oklahoma City at the end of the year because of some of the things they learn about themselves in these action-packed 4 days.
And even UCLA, the lone team coming last year, and this is a trip for them. I mean, they're coming out from the West Coast. You're playing morning games. It's not easy, and yet they come back.
Challenger
They
guys,
want the challenge, especially them being in the Big Ten now. It's a different look for them.
The Bruin Bubble's on the move, baby.
Kelly we talk about her a lot. Same way. She wants the challenge. She wants those kids to know what it's like. Because guess what? When you're making it to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Every game is going to be like that here, and that's why this tournament's so great. It kind of bookends the season.
The
right?
great Sue Enquist called it the cooker.
That's right.
Put him in the cooker. That one stayed on the chalk. That's a fair ball for Rosie Davis, and she continues to reach base at an astonishing pace here in Florida.
That's a funky spin. It
Yeah.
looked like it was going foul, kind of stayed. Let's look at the view on this one. Coming down the line, looks like it starts foul, came back into fair territory. And that's why you see, that is a great look for us.
Yes.
Wow.
Jada Baker, not easy to be able to field a ball that has that kind of funk. Don't see that very often.
That was Labuda on the lockdown camera getting us that shot down the line there. Go ahead, run a board here for Oklahoma State. 6 half innings so far. We've seen runs in 4 of them. Seen a lot of runs in 4 of them. Amanda Hassler has driven in 3 with a couple of doubles for Oklahoma State. And for the Blue Devils, Tyrena Jones with an RBI double and then followed that up with a grand slam. Three and up.
Not wanted a lot to do with Godwin. They've already walked her twice, and now looking at a 3-0 count.
And she scored both of those times.
That's why Claire Tim getting that big double last inning is huge for them. There's going to be a lot of Godwin walks this year. I mean, I'd walk her. She's a threat at the plate until the rest prove you wrong. Don't give her anything that she can drive out of the park.
And she walks for the 3rd time. Top 25 teams highlight our Big 12 SEC men's basketball doubleheader coming up today on ABC. Kansas, Iowa State, and Kentucky, Florida. 2 on here for Claire Tim. Singled and scored her last time up.
Yeah, she struck the ball well both times. Had that hard hit in that first inning toward Amina Vega. Bradshaw's starting to fall off her mechanics. Starting to break down just a little bit on those pitches, trying to hit that arm side of the plate.
Pops that one up, Vega on the grass, 2 down.
Nice recovery for Bradshaw. That's a really good 2-0 pitch to induce a pop-up, a non-productive out, and she was really in a leveraged count for the hitter.
Well, that's what Claire Tim's got to be better too. I mean, you get into a hitter's count, you're looking cookie and nothing else. And that was not the pitch that you're going to want to drive.
So here comes Amanda Hassler, the 2-run double in the first, the RBI double in the 3rd. She was able to sit change and drive it. Five hits, 8 RBI in her last 5 games.
That's the spot. That's how you get her. I mean, we saw the double on the pitch away. You mentioned the changeup. She got her last double on. She likes to let the ball travel. Hard to let the ball travel and hit it when it's in on the corner.
Up and out of the zone, 1-1. Chance for Oklahoma State to jump back in front. They led 3-0 in the first, lost the lead in the second, tied it up in the third. Yep. Strike on the outside part of the play, 2-2.
Come in hard and then sneak one in on the outer half. That's a nice quality pitch, curveball on the outer half.
Pokes looking for their first 2-out hit. And that's into the trees. Golfs that out to center. Jennings calling for it. And she's got it. Side retired, a couple stranded, still a tie game, and a big hitter coming up.
You want to break up that tie. The Blue Devils got what you need. Tyrena Jones just hitting 429, 16 RBIs on the season, including a grand slam. That's 4 for the Blue Devils.
Clearwater Invitational. Day 3 of our 4-day fest, and we've got a good one. Duke and Oklahoma State, and we've got Marissa Young on the mic.
And Coach, unique situation. You've got 2 daughters playing in this tournament. You have to, what's that like as a coach, but also as a mom?
It's a lot more nerve-wracking as a mom, so I feel for all the parents out there. But it's just great to see them competing, you know, at such a high level on the big stage.
Yeah, Layla getting a knock even in this one, too. Been pretty cool. At the top of your order, I got to talk. I'll tell you what, Tyrena Jones, the Grand Slam, your seniors. Can you talk to me about your 1 through 3 especially to get things going for this offense?
They are just have so much love for each other. They have so much trust in us as coaches and our plan and preparation. And they're just going out there loving to compete in these big moments.
Thank you so much, Marissa. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Marissa.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
And oh, by the way, those 3 are coming up. Isn't that perfectly set up, Jess?
Yeah, Mina Vega in that 2-hole. Deanna Jennings, what she's been able to do. And then Tyrena Jones, we talked about the big bat. But these 3, the numbers even coming in. They're hitting over 400, producing 15-plus runs, the RBIs galore, plus the free passes. But this is what you want. 3 seniors, and look at 1-3 batters. The numbers they've got, the 11 RBIs. The rest of the team ain't bad either. I mean, they're rolling. I talked about her daughter that you asked about, Smitty. She's at the bottom of the order, and everyone producing.
Yes. Well, just tough. 1 through 9. They run well, they hit well for power as well as for average. And
So it's 6 plate appearances. They've reached base 5 times. They've scored 4 times. And Jones has the 5 RBI. So here's Deanna Jennings. Hit by the pitch scored in the 2nd inning. This is also the spot in the order where we saw Ruby Malin come in the 2nd inning. So another look at her for this group.
One of the things Kenny Gajewski told us in his interview is really try to get Ruby to go up in the zone because Duke is sitting on the drop. When you face Ruby Malin, I'd be sitting drop too. I mean, that's what she's known for, one of the best drops in the game. But Duke looking very prepared for that as soon as she came in that 2nd inning.
Deanna miscounted. I've been there. 3-1 pitch.
Well, she thought it was ball 4.
Yeah, and that's ball 4. So she's aboard for the 2nd time.
The second baseman, Amina Vega.
Here comes Amina Vega. Couple of singles, couple of runs.
She's going to be a top draft pick in the AUSL. And talk about the senior class. It'll be exciting to see where these players, Anna Gold having Rookie of the Year performance in the Pro League. Duke grad. Talked about Jayla Wright. And it'll be pretty cool that Duke softball gets to host.
Yeah.
It'll be the host site of the Carolina Blaze.
Fouled out of play. Yeah,
6
Carolina,
teams.
Chicago, Oklahoma City, Salt Lake,
Portland.
Yeah, Portland, the Texas Volts. Players like Bubba Nichols, Camarena, Kaylani Ricketts, Maya Brady, Jesse Warren.
And look at that. Our first pro
Yes.
game, ladies, on ABC. We'll now see from Little League all the way to the Pro League on ABC.
that's right.
There's a hot shot to short, bounces off of Jones' glove, and everybody's safe. Vega's third single of the day, and here comes the grand slam hitting Ty Jones.
Ty Jones gets a rise ball at the top of the zone, and you know, look how quiet she is with her lower body. She just gets that bat extended, and it just jumps that ball off it, flies out of the park for a big grand slam.
She's got half the home runs of the team.
Also had the RBI double in the first inning, and a chance here to take the lead for the Blue Devils. They are looking for their third ranked win in as many games here. Oklahoma State trying to go 4-1 in Clearwater, all against ranked teams. And both sides here already have a pair of top 10 wins on the resume. It's been a good visit to the Sunshine State so far.
You see that kind of limited stride, and that was one of the things Marissa Young talked to us about. Remember, Tyrena Jones came over from Purdue, was injured last season. One of the things she worked about getting stronger, really using the ground. So you see she's got a wider stance. She's going to have a very small stride, and it's really about her staying grounded, using that ground, using her legs for the power that we see.
Yeah, hardly any stride at all.
Yeah. Well, and when you're quiet with your lower body, it's easier, like, not to jump at the ball, to be settled, and just let your hands and the bat do the work.
And legs a lot stronger too. Got in the weight room. Look how quiet her hands are.
Against the All-American Malin.
And I love how quiet, but look at the power. I mean, you see it just on the swing miss, just missing the ball. But look at quiet body, but powerful swing. You don't have to have that big, huge setup, the big, huge stride.
Great look from our crew here in Clearwater. And back up the middle and a snag by Jaden Jones. One down.
That is a great react by Jaden Jones. A little bit of a jam job, but it looked like it was going to find the green. So off the bat, not well struck. A little bit of an off-speed pitch, and look at the ump cap cam. You can really see the stretch at the end. That's what helps Jones out, and Ruby Malin is loving the defense behind her.
Well, she's been part of a double play, and now that snag. And here's Jess Oakland, a walk and a single for her today.
We've talked so much about the top three, and this is where Jess Oakland, the transfer coming in from Minnesota, be a huge piece in this lineup. And we talked about it, was not there opening weekend, had to sit out last season because she was a mid-season transfer. So it's been a bit since she's seen some games, but you just see her presence in the box, hitting cleanup. She can play a massive role with the first three there in front of her.
She's a coach's kid. Her dad, Mike, was her high school coach. There's the 3-0 in the dirt. And the bases will be full of Blue Devils here with one out. Second walk of the inning.
I think that's the thing that stood out to me the most, Smitty, is, yeah, it's the pitchers are giving up, but really it's been the walks. And that tells me early in season, right? The command just isn't sharp. And I mean, I get it. This is week 2. You got big bats galore. It's hard to be able to hit those spots so early in the season. That'll be fixed up when we see a lot of these teams later in the season.
Here's a big moment for the freshman, Shattuck. Can they get 2 grannies in the same game? That's the concern of Carrie Everly Parker, who was out to check on Ruby.
And Smitty, I got to ask you, I mean, Ruby Malin, I mean, she is a drop ball pitcher, and I get it. She's got the rise. She's got other pitches. But Kenny Gajewski told us, okay, we want her to stay away from that drop now. We want her to go to that rise. What's it like as a pitcher when you're not going to throw your primary pitch?
Yeah, it can be tough. You've got to have confidence in your secondary pitches when either your opponent's hunting your primary pitch or the umpire's not giving you your primary pitch. So you've got to be able to be diverse and attack the zone in different ways.
Greg Bergeron also went out to talk to the defense. They are not drawn in at short and second.
I think they're looking to try to roll a ground ball. The middles are deep. You can see right here, the middles are deep. And when they're deep, that tells me right-handed hitter, they're looking for a ground ball. They can turn a 6-4-3 double play to try to get out of the inning.
Already got one today.
But to your point, Jess, in order to do that, you've got to be able to hit your targets. You've got to be able to throw the ground ball pitch. And right now, that's on Ruby. She needs to be able to put something in the zone that's not too sweet, that hopefully they get over top of for their defense.
Liner to first, the dive over to the bag, not in time by Godwin to get the double play, but she does record the second out of the inning.
Jam job going the opposite way. Godwin perfectly positioned, and then it's a race back to the bag.
I'm surprised Jess Oakland was even moving to second on that. You see her still going to 2. Doesn't hit too hard.
Yeah, I was wondering why Godwin initially went for the base instead of like trying to swipe the foot or the back of the leg, but it appeared that the base might have been closer than the player. So can the Pokes get out of the inning, or can Stafford crush? Also a Jess versus Smitty duel going on right here, because can the pitchers actually come up with a scoreless fourth inning?
It's been tough to do.
And what has been a slugfest today?
I'd actually stick with the drop ball against Stafford. She's had 2 groundouts already, and she's kind of been the one in this lineup that hasn't adjusted to the drop. Just knowing that's Ruby's best pitch. Even if she's hunting it, you still have to hit it. And go back to that drop ball.
1-2 pitch. The next 3 hitters, by the way, everyone has a hit at the bottom of the order today for Duke.
This whole lineup is just strong.
Oh, wow.
Rodriguez, Lamar, Baker, those 7, 8, and 9. Any other lineup, they might be 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, 7 of the 9 have reached. Another 2-strike pitch from the All-American Malin. 2-2.
And that's the thing, is her drop is missing. I mean, that's a non-competitive pitch. You see it out of the hand, it's in the dirt, and it has so much movement. So when she can get it at the knees, such a tough pitch to hit, whether you're looking for it or not.
Yeah, she's got about 13 to 14 inches of vertical breakdown.
There it is.
Gets the swing and miss. Drops it below the bat. And leaves Duke with the bases loaded.
Ruby Malin, one of the best drop ball pitchers in the country. She gets that vertical break downwards, almost 14 inches. Look at that drop just fall off the table. The big strikeout to get out of the bases loaded jam for Ruby Malin.
That's their first truck for our crew, bringing you the pictures and sights and sounds.
Our whole crew
of a 6-6 game.
It's our Oklahoma City crew. We start the year off here in Clearwater and kind of break away and goes back, reunite.
Just spending our day scoring. That's Vinny out there in the center field cam with that shot.
It's awesome when we can have this kind of production this early in the season.
On 4 fields, right?
I know.
Yeah, a lot of passion from our crew. These are a lot of the folks that are with us all year long on the road to the Women's College World Series. We got the ACC championships. We got the Big 12 championships. We got the SEC championships.
We got championships.
We got championships.
We have softball.
We got every pitch of the NCAA tournament.
3,200 games this year.
Yeah, it's the mayhem.
Yeah, we have softball, period. And that comes from Little League,
Yes.
college, pro league.
We had a 3-game championship series last year. That was so much fun. Who's going to be back there this year? It's not easy to get back to the championship series or to repeat as national champs, which Texas will try and do.
I think Oklahoma loves it. No one's talking about them. You know, it's the conversations about Texas and Tech and Oklahoma.
We haven't had a finals rematch since 2002, 2003.
That was
Trivia.
Cal, UCLA.
Cal, UCLA.
Boom!
Yes, indeed. Yes,
I
indeed.
really used my brain on that one.
Yeah. Whew.
That's what,
There's
23 years
it's
ago?
smoky up here now. All of a sudden.
I know, exactly. That Grandin. I'm done, ladies.
That was Jocelyn Forrest and the Bears.
Yes.
And then all the pressure on that UCLA team to win a championship.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah,
the
Natasha Wiley. They
streak
beat
alive.
Texas
Yes.
to get there.
The
Kat
Wa-
Osterman.
the
Sorry,
Watley
we're just
slide
replaying.
home.
Yeah. Caitlin Benny.
Caitlin Baney.
Bainey, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
Sorry,
okay.
Caitlin.
We got
That
it.
big hit.
Yeah, you got to go back to the days of Debbie Doom, you know, that a UCLA class had not won a championship, and they did. And then they repeated.
Sack bunt.
Oh, back to the lecture at hand, Smitty.
Reeling you in.
So the free pass to Austin, and now she's down at second base, and a chance for the Pokes to take the lead with 1 out after the sack. And it's back to the Jones sisters. Jaden and Aubrey. Handiwork with the glove. Can they get it going with the bat? Jaden had the 2 RBIs in that 3rd inning, reaching on an error. Austin is the 5th walk of the game, by the way. 2 of the previous have scored.
Nice pitch on the outer half on that 3-1 count. Bradshaw's been good in the circle. It's been the walks that have been a little bit of an issue for her. She's given up just 1 hit.
Here's the 3-1. Pulled that out of play.
And Jane Jones, her last at bat, I mean, it's the beauty of putting the ball in play. I mean, it was those 2 runs that came around to score, yes, on the error, but she battled with 2 strikes to put the ball in play, make something happen. Big open stance.
Full count. Called strike 3. She thought it was outside.
I think she thought it was up. And this looked up to me, and this is a tough pitch. When you get a rise ball pitcher, yeah, Kenny Gajewski coming down the line, he's going to have a few words because you look at this up spin. That's a great take.
Yeah, up and out. Looks like a ball.
It's just a hard pitch to be able to stay on top of. Great at bat.
He's going to bring in a pinch hitter here in the 9 spot to hit for Aubrey Jones. It's Montgomery Henderson, the freshman from Katy, Texas. Got a little more power, a little more oomph. Trying to get that go-ahead run in. 2 down in the 9 spot and a pinch hitter to face Ava Bradshaw. Ooh. Purdy swing.
Yeah. Great pitch on the inner half.
Getting on the hand, especially a pinch hitter.
Henderson's 2 for 3 here in Clearwater with an extra base hit.
Gotta love those early season numbers, 1,400 OPS.
Gaudy. Can cut in half in one at bat, or
Yeah,
double
exactly.
it
Yeah.
in one at bat. J.L. Austin out at second base. Here's the 1-2 to Henderson.
Henderson kind of getting around on that pitch, and Bradshaw, if she can continue to kind of hit that corner in, it'd be a tough pitch to get around or throw something off speed. Barrel path right now is long and around.
Yeah, she's been working that inner half, that screwball. She's very good east and west.
Ground ball to Vega at second. And they will leave the runner aboard. Threat ended by Bradshaw. We stay square at 6 apiece.
Inning, Ruby Malin being able to get out of a jam, a walk, puts Duke in a situation where the bases are loaded. A little bit of a pep talk from the coaching staff. She uses her defense. Harley Godwin with a nice job on the line drive. And then how about Malin coming back, the strikeout, the only strikeout of a Duke hitter to get out of a bases loaded jam. And we're still knotted at 6. How about Pelkey, Pelkey's Palace?
The Pelkey Palace putting
Getting it
together
done.
that package
Talking about
for
our
us.
staff. That's why he got in there. He's like, we're talking about our camera guys and everyone else. We get some love out here. Our compound out in right field.
Seeing those guys, Mike Pelkey and them putting this stuff together, it's impressive.
We got a 6-6 ball game headed to the bottom of the 5th. Pitchers were getting knocked around the first 3 innings, and now they have taken charge the last 2. Let's see if Malin can continue the trend against the 7, 8, and 9 hitters who all have a hit today for Duke. A pair of 3-run innings for the Pokes, a 5-run third inning for Duke, and that one is launched down the line and foul.
She got barrel on that.
Had the distance.
And this is 7, 8, 9, like you mentioned, but it doesn't get any easier in this Duke lineup. All 3 have hits. 8 and 9 have come around to score.
K-Rod's from West Palm Beach, Florida.
You just went nickname already.
Mm-hmm. Hit over 300 last year at 9 home runs. Two and two. There's a shot out to center and drifting over is Austin to make the catch, 1 down.
It's a good read by Austin, that ball. Well struck.
Seeing really good outfield play too. I mean, they're seeing a lot of action, so they're having fun, but balls off the fence, diving catches. We've already had a couple in this one. And now Layla Lamar steps up to the plate. He asked Marissa Young about coaching her daughter, but having both daughters here. Daughter, a freshman at UCLA. And you can't talk about it enough because it's so rare.
Yeah, very.
Mother-daughter on the same college team.
She gave it a go last year at Florida, played in 16 games as a Gator, and then decided to come back home. And there's a rope out the center. Another diving play by Austin. 2 down.
Nice reads by the freshman.
I mean, again, this is what we've seen great action from our outfielders, but it's all about the read and then the finish. And this is diving down. We talk about drop ball from Ruby Galen. How about drop ball on the reverse side? That's exactly what this is. 14 inches of vertical drop coming down. Beautiful job reading that. Taking another hit away. Bottom of this Duke lineup.
Jada Baker will step in. Ground ball to first. Godwin is there. A 1-2-3 inning courtesy of some glove love from J.L. Austin. First game up, Texas Tech and Nebraska. And will we be lucky enough to see Kennedy and Fromm head-to-head in the circle? Of course, both of them can also hit and play first base.
Just your pitcher and player of the year going head-to-head. Yeah. I mean, either way, they're going to be in the lineup. Both of them hit. Both of them usually play defense, first base. So that matchup will happen whether it's in the circle or not.
Yeah.
That's our first game tomorrow night. The second one, Florida State and Tennessee. T. Warsaw, top of the order, leading things off. A couple of ground outs and a bunt single for Tia, who grew up in Texas but was born in England.
Last year, I remember got her citizenship just before the season. I remember Kenny Gajewski talking about that. She was super excited.
Opposite way, drifting over into foul territory, and it's dropped by Terrell, the new left fielder.
Battling a little bit of the sun and the wall, still a catchable ball. And that's the thing too, playing in tournaments, you don't really know how close the fence is.
Ricochets off the glove of Stafford, who's had a tough time down there dealing with ground balls today. It's the fourth one that has been bobbled or ricocheted.
Third baseman, Rosie Davis.
Yeah, this is definitely a ball that she's just got to glove up. We've seen a few of them just roll kind of up her arm.
Well, and her glove's too far back to her feet. She needs to catch it just a little bit more out in front. Try to go get that to set it in the glove.
And then it almost becomes mental.
Yeah.
So Warsop, who should have been out twice, is now at second base as Rosie Davis moves her over, one down. How about some men's college hoops coming your way tonight on ESPN with a triple header? Texas Tech, Zona, Auburn, Arkansas, and the Zags taking on the Bronx. Triple header of men's hoops for you tonight.
I gave that a hit for Warsop. I'm still reading error.
Me too.
They gave her a hit. Question mark.
I think, yeah, just pen E3. But a lot, you know, you ask the defender. If you ask Jayla Stafford, she would be like, that's a play I got to make.
Yes, absolutely. So, again, a chance to take the lead with a runner out at second base for Carly Godwin. They've been very, very careful pitching to her, but here comes Bradshaw right at her, 0-2. She has walked 3 times today. Two for 12 with a runner in scoring position this morning. They've left 6 on base. Got her to swing at one out of the zone. 2 down.
And that's a pitch that Godwin would like to have back.
There's just massive strikeout, too, to be able to get Carly Godwin, who they have stayed away from. And honestly, I think they are here. Beautiful pitch, though, diving down and in, and that is where Godwin cannot reach.
Yeah, and that's a screwball that actually fell out of the hand of Bradshaw. So that pitch is supposed to be riding in at the knees. It drops down to the toes. She gets her to swing through it.
Well, it's Claire Tim's turn with a couple of outs to try and get that runner in. Drove in a run in the first, singled and scored in the third, and then popped out in the fourth.
This game is so funny. I mean, it is like hit parade first 3 innings. Now we got ourselves a pitcher's duel. That's 2.5 innings. Pitchers have done a nice job of locking down the defense. Marissa Young calls timeout to talk to her pitcher.
Yeah, no runs in the 4th or the 5th for either side.
Cool mama tattoo right there on the arm. Presley Downing. I'm talking about all the mamas in this game. A lot of mama love here on Valentine's Day. I like it. Marissa Young still so young, so relatable to a lot of these players. You see the smiles Ava Bradshaw as she walks back. I usually don't see that after a timeout from a pitching coach, but able to keep it light.
Of course, Marissa, an outstanding pitcher in her day at Michigan. Here's the 1-1 to Claire Tim. Out of play, 1-2, and Bradshaw's a strike away from getting out of it. Tim staying alive. Oh, hit her.
It's supposed to be a curveball in the inner half after being on the outer half of the screwball.
Can Oklahoma State capitalize on essentially 2 free base runners here this inning? And it's the dangerous Amanda Hassler stepping in.
All the walks to Carly Godwin. Honestly, it's been Hassler's bat that has been the one to really pick up the big extra base hits. 2 doubles, 3 RBIs. This is who you want up right now if you want to break this thing open.
Up and out of the zone, 2-0.
Being patient. Gets herself into a good leverage count here. Bradshaw's given up just the 1 hit, however.
Well, you may want to go ahead and put her on first base.
Especially now.
Because the hitters behind her today are 0 for 9.
I wouldn't give her anything to hit. Hassler's clearly looking middle away. That's her zone.
Well, and you have a freshman coming up behind her in Austin.
And they will go ahead and take first base. So J.L. Austin with a golden opportunity after that terrific defensive play out in center field, bottom half of the last inning. Now has a chance to swing it. Duke has a grand slam today. Can Oklahoma State get one?
I mean, how many games in the season? She's already got a grand slam against Cal last weekend.
And it's going to be a new pitcher that JL will see in Mallory Wheeler.
I feel like every time that Marissa Young has come out there to talk to a pitcher mid-batter, it's almost been to say, hey, this is probably your last batter. So just give it everything you've got. They've come in and made a pitching change the very next time. And obviously the walk, that was purposeful to Hassler. So I think Marissa Young does a good job of letting their pitchers know, hey, let it out.
Yeah. This will be the 3rd appearance of the season for Mallory. She's 2-0, 12 innings of work, 5 earned runs. And she will come in here with the bases loaded for Oklahoma State and 2 outs. And essentially all 3 base runners freebies for the Pokes.
And for Wheeler, she's going to mix speeds. She's also got Good movement east and west as well. So she's got a curveball, screwball, drop ball that she will also use, but that go-to is the changeup, trying to keep hitters off balance. So a situation here with 2 outs. She's trying to get a pop fly to get out of the inning, but obviously keeping it in the yard paramount here for Wheeler in this relief appearance.
She's got that good down movement too. Saw her in yesterday's game. Likes to work both corners with that drop.
Well, and the interesting part, like analytics only throws it about 15% of the time, but you've got to be confident in it because in a situation you're either looking to induce a pop-up, obviously very different than something well struck and getting under, or the drop ball, roll it, let the defense help you.
We've already had 3 grand slams in the tournament, including Tyrena Jones for Duke earlier in this game in the 2nd inning. Austin 0 for 1 with a pair of walks today. She hit a grand slam, one of her 2 home runs last week. Big opportunity for the freshman. High fly ball out towards Matthews and right. And Duke works out of the jam, bringing Wheeler in. And State leaves the bases loaded against Nebraska. And Malin hit the bull 1-0.
Bull Durham, one of the best diamond sport movies. Right?
Well, for the Blue Devils, you get a run here, you're 3 outs away as we are getting later into the early afternoon. Now over the 2-hour mark because of all the offense early in the game. All 12 runs in the first 3 innings and Zippos since.
The key is get a run because it has been quiet past the 3rd inning. 2 very different games.
Both sides have gotten out of a bases loaded jam since then. Deanna Jennings, and this is the group to do it at the top of the order for the Dukies. She falls behind 1 and 2. She's reached twice, hit by a pitch and walked. Fouled it off and lost her protective gear.
Yeah, that went flying. I think part of it broke on that hit by pitch.
That is tucked into her back arm, actually. That's where she got hit the second time she was up. You see the shield there on the front elbow, and then she has a pad on the back of her forearm as well. Ground ball to short, backhanded. Jones over to first. Got her. Godwin with the stretch that a gymnast would be proud of.
The second baseman, Alina Vega.
How about Audrey Jones going into the hole, down to her knees? A little bit of a bobble, but a strong arm, and then Godwin with the stretch. Look at the way she gets out there, holds on to the ball, foot slides off the back, but this is another situation where it's so good to have that orange bag.
Yep.
Just giving a little bit of room between those 2 athletes.
I'll bring up Amina Vega. We've seen it, though, a couple of times now with Jennings, and we'll be watching throughout the season. These slappers, you know, they get a running start way inside the line, and you still got to figure out a way to get over to that orange base without getting interference called against you. Yeah, there's Vega with a base hit.
Stay hot. 4 hits and 4 at-bats for Amina Vega. 2 runs scored. We've seen her pepper it all over the field.
Yes. 2 to the left, 2 to the right.
Good job on a pitch in her half. See how her elbows tuck in to be able to get her barrel to this pitch. She doesn't hit it super hard, but just that location. First and second base. Runner on for the big grand slam hitter, Tyrena Jones.
Go ahead run aboard for the Blue Devils with 1 out. Jones has driven in 5 today. We've only had just the one extra inning game here so far, and it was Oklahoma State beating UCLA yesterday. Right back to the pitcher, 2 down. And now the go-ahead Vega is in scoring position. For Jess Oakland, who has singled and walked twice. Tonight, 8 Eastern on ABC. Been building towards this one for a while now. Big SEC showdown, 3rd-ranked South Carolina, number 6 LSU. Primetime Saturday night, something new for you on ABC with women's hoops.
Carrie Everly Parker out to talk to Ruby Malin. Probably telling her we need to be careful with Oakland. Shattuck and Stafford following Oakland haven't done a whole lot.
We haven't given Jess Oakland a whole lot to hit as it is. And the one time they did, she did single.
Yep.
Big bat.
With Vega down at second base, who has tied her career high with 4 hits today.
Yeah, she's been
all of them singles. She has scored twice.
so good.
The 3rd time gives Duke the lead. Three for 8 with a runner in scoring position today for Duke. They've left 6 on base.
Yeah, clearly the message is keep it down. Try to make her chase.
They read the bio, former Big Ten Player of the Year, and so they will put her aboard. And it's Gabriella Shattuck, 0 for 3 today. So top half of the inning, an Oklahoma State freshman had a chance to do damage, and now it's the Duke freshman with a chance. The other fun thing about this tournament is you can have a welcome to the big leagues moment.
That's true.
On this field.
That would have been a good pitch to do a welcome to the big leagues moment. That thing was middle.
That one was not 1-1.
A lot of hitters come up. They're taking first pitch no matter what. That tells me the freshman, I get it, Shattuck, big moment, maybe needs a pitch, but that might have been the report Ruby Malin got too, because she just piped that first pitch.
Yeah.
Neither side has a 2-out hit today. Oh. 1 and 2. Malin trying to push this one into the 7th inning. Skies that one deep down the line in left, and it is gone. Gabriella Shattuck, welcome to the big leagues. 3-run blast for the Blue Devils.
And this is a pitch. Drop ball on a 1-2 count. Excuse me, it's actually a rise ball that's a little bit too close to the zone on a 1-2 count.
Yeah, and that's the zone. We saw 2 takes of pitches that were even meatier, and this one up in the zone, and Shattuck with 2 strikes. She's got her hands on her head coming around second base like, are you kidding me? Already the biggest moment of her young career as a freshman, 2-run to get the lead for Duke.
Well, and you almost could feel she was looking for something up because the pitch on the outer half that was a drop that took the count to 1 and 2, she didn't even sniff at.
Yeah.
And then that pitch up, attacks it.
What a time to have your first career home run for the rookie.
3-run shot.
That puts Duke 3 runs up and 3 outs away from a third-ranked win in the last 24 hours.
The Froshy getting it done. 3-run shot here with 2 strikes up at the top of the zone. Duke has the lead going into the 7th inning.
All weekend long here in Clearwater.
Battling the catcher, number 6, Audrey Schneidmiller.
Huge thank you, Destiny Robinson, Scott Mayer in our game.
And a base hit to start out the bottom of the 7th inning.
Oak State's not going to go down easy. That's kind of been the name of the game for both of these teams. Big upsets all weekend long.
A lot of belief.
7th inning.
Yeah, a lot of belief. No matter what numbers are up on the scoreboard, you can get back in it.
So Schneidmiller aboard. I think they're going to lift her for a pinchy. Melina Wilkeson. Need one more base runner to get that tying run to the plate after the 3-run home run for Gabriella Shattuck, the first of her career in the bottom of the 6th, to bust open a tie game. Swing and a miss from Jaden Jones. Mallory Wheeler trying to close this out for the Blue Devils. Gets the swing and a miss. 1 down. Let's take a look at today's Impact Players, brought to you by Visit St. Pete Clearwater.
Of course, it's going to be the freshman. A big moment. You got to remember, they walked Jess Oakland, the senior. Big transfer to get to Shattuck. She goes down 2 strikes, and this 3rd one up in the zone. A moment she'll never forget. Keep that softball, girl. That's the beginning of a big career for you at Duke.
Here's Madison Hoffman, a pinch hitter in the 9 spot in the lineup, trying to pass the bat to the top. 0 for 1 so far here in Clearwater. Two and 0. In for a strike, 2-1.
Oh, nice pitch on the outer half on a 2-0 count. Getting a strike, but nothing too sweet.
Just her 3rd at-bat of the year. Has drawn a walk. They're now 2-2.
I like the way Wheeler, the righty, she is not afraid to get inside to the lefties.
Yeah. A lot of confidence getting in there.
That's one thing that Mercer, her pitchers always do a good job of owning that inside part of the plate.
Got her.
Boom.
The strikeout. Back-to-back for Wheeler, 2 down.
She's got that horizontal movement. That's one of the things that's so important. So you can see the rotation on this ball. A little bit of slide. It doesn't have a ton of movement, but it's well located, and that's the key. You put it at the knees, you get a little bit of slide in, you pick up another strikeout.
Top of the order, and Tia Warsop fouled that off her leg.
Oh, the back shin, ankle. Usually you see it off the front leg.
Bunt single in the first, reached again on error in the sixth. And now they're down to their final strike.
Great command right now from Mallory Wheeler. I mean, to go inside, the foul ball off her shin, and then paint away. So she comes back in.
Tia's got 4 hits in her last 8 at-bats. Needs one here. Keep the pokes in it. As it stands, the Shattuck 3-run home run in the bottom of the 6th stands as the game winner for Duke. Wheeler trying to keep it that way, and K-Rod will come out and chat. Again, it's Warsop down to their final strike. Misses away. One-two pitch. Held up. 2-2.
That was a great spot, especially 2 strikes. I think it is a little bit off the plate. Mallory Wheeler, though, you see the passion, her emotion. She wanted this call. And even with the check swing.
Two-two pitch. Out to right. Matthews under it. Ball game. The Duke Blue Devils have their 3rd ranked win in the last 24 hours. A&M, LSU, and now Oklahoma State with a 3-run home run and a grand slam from a couple of their newcomers. More softball coming your way all day long, building towards our Sunday night showcase doubleheader tomorrow night on ESPN.